Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III as we are playing our roleplay series as the Dokeianos Dynasty. So man, I'll tell you what, CK3 on my old hard drive, because I did have an SSD before I upgraded, but it was a small one. It was only like 250 gigabytes, and then when you count all the stuff that starts on there for the launch and for Windows and all that kind of stuff, it didn't really leave a lot of space. I think I had like 100 something gigabytes, so not much on that SSD. So I only used it for like a few games that I really wanted to load quick. And I did not have CK3 installed on that SSD, so I was on the hard drive, and it would take, I don't know, like 3 to 4 minutes to load up, guys. It was a while. Like I would go and like watch something on YouTube for a little bit while it loaded up. But yeah, ever since I put it on the SSD, it loads so quick. I'm talking about like 15, 20 seconds, if that. For me to like, I click on it and then I'm in the game. It's like incredibly fast. So really liking that. Just so much easier to get in CK3, which I don't know why CK3 takes so damn long to load up. It takes way longer than any of the other Paradox games did. Hoi 4 loads up in like 2 seconds now on this SSD because I put that on there as well. But yeah, really, really nice. Also, I think my graphics card probably could have handled the highest settings before, but I wanted a good frame rate, so I turned them down just a little bit. But now that I'm on the new graphics card, I just did, because I didn't do this last episode, I forgot to, but I just adjust all the settings. So yeah, we have all the graphical settings maxed out now as well. I'm not really noticing much of a difference though. Yeah, I'm not really noticing any kind of a difference going from, I think I was on a very high setting, the highest settings for most things, with a couple things that are more more performance heavy. A couple of those things were turned down a bit, like the shadows were on the second highest setting rather than the highest setting. So I might notice it a little bit, guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode, which will not be the last episode before we go on vacation. I know I said that it would be in the last video. However, I kind of felt bad because we were supposed to be going on vacation with 18 videos in the series, and there would only be 15. So I figured what I'm going to do, guys, I have a little bit of time tonight, and so I'm just going to record 2 videos. One for Wednesday and one for Thursday, so that we can have a total of 16 videos before I go on this vacation here. And the real reason why we didn't want to, why we're starting this vacation on Wednesday the 9th is because that's actually my daughter's birthday. So yeah, I didn't want to like be recording anything or editing any videos on that day, so we could just celebrate her birthday. But what I'm going to do is just record both of these now, and then edit them both right now as well before I go to bed. And that way we'll have a video for Thursday, guys. So yeah, let's go and get started. Again, this will not be the last episode, so we'll have one more after this. But we are sitting at 100%. I don't think we ended the last episode at 100%. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but remember we had that one battle happen, and then it seemed like it didn't register that in the actual war score. So I think what happened is, unless I just missed it going to 100% at the end of that video, but I think what happened is they finally like counted that. And so we've already won this war, and now we just need to wait for our ally to actually end it. I'm going to get a ransom there. I'm just waiting for them to end it since we're sitting at 100%. If they don't end it soon, then we're going to have to go like do some more battles and stuff. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go battle them there. Alright, well, let's... there's nobody there. I guess we'll go help out here, because they might not end it until this battle's over. I want to make sure we win that. Oh, never mind. There we go. So with that, I believe he took a lot of her land. And remember, that's our daughter's husband, so our son-in-law. And I don't know if he'll change his primary title over here, because it says Crimea, and maybe he wants to keep that. But yeah, he's much more powerful now. So we have a much better ally, much better husband for our wife. So that's fantastic news. Alright, so let's go ahead and disband our armies. Hopefully we can finally get this this title done. Looks like we have some people we can ransom. Let's go and take a look at this. So we can ransom her for 10 gold. That's not much, but we need whatever money we can get. And with this guy here, let's just take a look at him. He's an old man. Almost dead. Yeah, he's near death. Probably because he's in the dungeon. He might last a little bit longer. We could always recruit him, force him to join our court, and then make him our court physician since he has such high learning. Let's do that, guys. I don't think we have a court physician. Now, he won't last very long. Is he not accepted yet? There. So, he's still ailing, but maybe he'll last a couple years. Though, do we want to actually pay him money? How much does he cost? Yeah, he's 15 gold, which we do not have. And maybe we don't want to pay him money. I don't know. We now have 5 gold. We're back into the positive. And yeah, I'm really hoping we can create this title in this episode. Let's turn this up to speed 4 so we can hopefully get there. And we have to do this before we die, which we're fine right now because we do have that legendary Blade Master trait. 54 years old. Yeah, I'm just really hoping we make it, guys. So that we can make this kingdom title. We need to get 400 gold. That means we can't spend any money at all. My cousin was released from prison. And lots of factions being created against our liege. Remember, we cannot join a faction since we are allied with him, since he's married to our daughter. And it looks like there's a marriage ready to happen between these two here. Let's go ahead and let that be done. All right, excellent. So he's not as strong as I hoped he would have been, because of course, you know, his brother ended up taking all these titles. We'd have to kill him and then kill his daughter in order to make this happen, which I don't think goes against our character's trait, but of course, we can't even do it till 1153, and our character will probably not be alive at that point. There's something odd about my vassal, the mayor, Zenon. I cannot quite put my finger on it. Perhaps it's just my imagination running amok. Nevertheless, that ominous feeling is keeping me up at night. So we can tell our spy master, Constance, our sister, to investigate him. 83% chance that we'll find something if he is in fact hiding something. You say, what is going on here, Zenon? Tell me the truth, or I am being paranoid. Well, we're a very trusting character, so I don't think we would investigate him. We're just going to trust that he's not doing anything wrong. And because we're shy, I don't think we would try and talk to him either. I think we'd just go with this one. Because it's just not in our nature to question him, to distrust him. So yeah, I don't think we'll do that. So we're earning almost 8 gold per day, or excuse me, per month right now. And it's still going to take a while to get to 400 on that. So we really need to find another way to get money. I'm not sure how we'd go about doing that. There's really not too many avenues to do that with our current, perk tree. There's really just not much that I can do here. All the decisions we have, in fact, cost money. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. But we're around almost a quarter of the way there. So we'll see, guys. We're also increasing control here. So as the control gets higher, we'll earn more and more money from this province, and that'll help out quite a bit. We'll see this slowly increasing. I'm surprised how long it's taking our marshal to increase the control there. I know it was pretty low, but yeah, it's taken him quite some time to get that done. But yeah, that'll help, and then we'll be earning maybe 8 gold per month here. So, you do the math. That's a lot of months. We got to live, guys. Quite a few months. 55 years old, still feeling fine. I don't know if we're going to make it. I really don't. But let's turn it up to speed 5. Get there quicker. Nothing's really happening right now. We did get a little +1 learning, some more entry points, enough to get us a perk, in fact. Let's go with the kidnapper now. So what we could do is, with that perk, we could kidnap people and then ransom them off. That would be an option. Yeah, I guess we should do that. So Athens is clearly our enemy here. It's kind of hard to abduct rulers, so we won't be able to do like her. We might be able to do like her family members, if he doesn't have any titles here, and then try and get her to pay. 60% here. I think children are easier, so maybe go after... Oh, maybe not. Looks like that character is pretty easy. Alright, so another thing we can do is have our spy master help with the schemes. Let's do her husband. I assume she would pay money for him. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know how much she'll give us. But yeah, let's try and go after her husband. And then what we're going to want to do, let me see how we're sitting. Yeah, we're sitting at 60% here. We'll look to see if there's anybody that we can bring into this. It doesn't look like it. So let's just use our spy master to support the scheme here. And that's not too bad of a chance, guys. Alright, how long before he is plotting against us? This scheming is getting out of hand. So this is 2 of our characters, our steward and our brother-in-law here. So he is married to our sister and spy master. So they're standing with their heads close together as they start, and they start always around the corner. My duke, we were just talking about your recreational activities. They seem to take up much of your time. So they say nothing that any loyal servant should be worried about. They say, I assure you, there's nothing to be concerned about. This is a diplomacy chance, so 0% chance of success. Or mind your own business. Yeah, I think we'll say that one. Because, yeah, we're not going against our own people here. We're going against, you know, enemies. Enemies in their court. So, one of our children did benefit. Looks like our daughter has benefited from our wife. So, she'll have a better education chance. And, yeah, just more sinful bishops. Unfortunately, the scheme was discovered. That's a shame. So we're gonna have to do somebody else instead, because clearly this is not going to work. That was not a very high chance of them, you know, finding out about that. So I'm a little bit surprised. It's kind of a shame. We can try and do one of the children, but it wasn't a very high chance of success. Yeah, it's really not. Maybe do. I might have to go somewhere else. The only ones that are really worth doing is the children or the spouse. Again, because you can't really do rulers. I suppose you could do counts. I don't know. I don't think you have a very good chance doing counts either. Any ruler has a pretty low chance of being abducted. So we just want to do like their. We could do their siblings. I don't know how much money we'll get from that. Because we have this little girl here who's their sister. It's okay chance. We'll try and do that and see if we can get any money. By the time this is successful, we'll already have 400 gold just from our natural income. So, looks like our daughter has increased her prowess. Ooh, some combat practice. Our wife and daughter are practicing fighting each other, apparently. Ooh, another war that we're being called in from our ally. And we were able to sway the bishop. I thought we had stopped doing that. Apparently not. We kept doing it, even though we had a very low chance of success. But it's even lower now. I mean, I suppose we can keep it going, but it's pretty high, and you can get those negative ones. So let's just go ahead and cancel this now. And we won't do any more of that since our shy character doesn't like having to talk to people. So we have a call to war here. This is from our ally here, but the question is he being attacked? Or is he the one doing the attacking? So it looks like he's attacking for the entire duchy. But will we actually help with this? I feel like it's going to be us doing all the fighting here against a very large army. I'm not really interested in helping him, honestly. And besides, I'm really trying to get to 400 gold here, guys. So we'll go ahead and accept it so we don't lose the fame. But I don't think we're going to get involved much. Yeah, I don't expect so. Clearly, all of our allies are taking advantage of us. They see that they have an ally with a powerful army, and then they're like, okay, we'll bring this ally in, and then he'll do all the work for us, which I'm just not cool with. We've already done this once before. You know, it delayed our attempt to get the king title by 3 years, because that's how long that war took. Well, I don't know, it took 3 years, but the last episode was 3 years, and we didn't get the title. So, yeah, it's just I'm not doing it again, guys. We just don't have enough life left in us. Wandering Hearts. Tonight, for the dozenth time, I find myself lounging next to a guttering fire with Nicoletta. She's one of our guests. Her company just feels so natural, so easy, like she's been staying in Patras for years instead of weeks. If only she agreed to stay permanently, then these long, lazy evenings could last forever. Of course, with the right nudge. I just don't know that we'd do this because we're so shy. We'd expect her to, like, talk to us. But you say, let me show you just how hospitable I can be. It's an intrigue challenge with a very low chance of success. And I don't think we'd do that anyway because we're shy. I'm actually surprised we're not going to get any stress from being shy. Because they just ask and I'll fetch the moon myself. This one will gain stress because we're callous. And she'd get a weak hook on us. And we'd increase opinion with her. She'd join the court as well. Or we say a toast to fine if transient company, in which case we would actually lose stress for this. And she'd gain opinion. So I think that's the one we do. Clearly that's the one our stressful character wants to do. That's what we'll do, guys. And building construction cost has been reduced. Again, we can't really do anything until we get this 400 gold. Just kind of limited till that happens. And something happened here. Looks like she's finally of age, so we'll have to take a look at her in a second. We got this event again. We've already had it before. I figure we'll do what we did before. Yeah, we'll do this one as well. I think that's something our character would do since he doesn't really care about his suffering. Give us some more intrigue points here. But yeah, we want to go ahead and take a look at our youngest daughter. I also want to make sure he's doing all right. He's got the charming. Okay. So we can change what his education focus is going to be. Right now he's doing intrigue. I almost want to go ahead and have him do diplomacy. I think he would, that'd be better for him. And you can see that his base is higher there as well. Yeah, I think that's more fitting for this character, what I think he's going to do. So I was tempted to have him do learning no matter what, just because the heir is Starkest name. But you know what, guys? We'll go with diplomacy here. I think that'd be better for him. And we also have our daughter as well. So she's currently doing diplomacy. She's also charming, and she's stupid. We've really passing that dumb trait down to all of our kids here. So could do intrigue for her. Yeah, I think she would do better at that. So we'll do intrigue for her. Change both of them up. And then let's see what we want to do as far as educating her. See who the best option is. Clearly we would be a good choice, but I don't know if we care at this point anymore. So maybe we just pick somebody else. We could do our sister. Yeah, let's do our sister. It's good to have a high opinion with your spy master. I don't know what her learning was, but her intrigue is pretty high. We're almost there, guys. We're getting awfully close. Okay, so here's our abduction event. We finally got it done. Perfect opportunity has presented itself. She'll be traveling from the castle to the nearby town with nary any guards. She must think herself safe. So he said this is the perfect time to strike. 62% chance of success. Let's do that. How could this happen? My agents were waiting and waiting at the correct time and place, but she never appeared. She must have gotten wind that something was going on, but at least she will never know that I was involved. So we'll have to do this one, and that means we probably aren't going to get it done in time, so that we can get this 400 gold a little bit quicker. All right, ecstatic peasantry. The peasants in the county of Achaia are in a good mood. The harvest is bountiful, the roads are safe, and village elders are telling nonsensical stories of cows producing honey-laden milk and geese laying golden eggs. The peasants are praising me for their fortune and have sent a delegation carrying gifts. So we say, I graciously accept their gifts. We say, intriguing, send soldiers to collect more gifts. We'll gain dread for that. Or no, they need their surplus more than I do. Well, I don't think we would do the latter here. We're not greedy, but we're also not exactly generous. Yeah, I think we'll just do the graciously accept their gifts. Maybe we would have done the second one because they're callous. I don't know. So, looks like our son continues to have issues as chancellor, pissing people off. Really, really close here, guys. A couple more months. About 3 more months. And our daughter has fallen ill. She is not looking good. She's got typhus. Luckily, she has given him a son. A stupid son. But she has given him a son. So she does die at the very least. There's a child here. Now remember, this is, I guess that would probably end the alliance, because this is not of our dynasty. Really would get nothing from this if she dies, frankly. But I guess he's not going to have any land if he keeps on doing what he's doing here. Now this war, losing this one, would just result in him having to pay money to his brother since he's the one that started the war. But I think that eventually the future is he'll get conquered. So let's go and get this intrigue perk, which I guess we're going to go down this middle section. This is disrupt schemes effectiveness plus 50%. All right, so we're almost there. 1 more month, guys, and our daughter has come of age. She's already betrothed as well, and he's of course the heir to this duchy here, and she is a charismatic negotiator. So she did pretty good with her education. She's impatient, temperate, and a craven. All right, so is he not old enough? He is. All right, so here's the notification for betrothing these two, or actually marrying them, I mean. Let's go and make that happen. And we now sitting at 500 gold. And so let's go ahead and create this title now. So now we will become the King of Hellas, which is fantastic. We have gained a new rank, and I really think we might end up changing this title name. Yeah, I think we're going to change this, guys, to Greece. Now, I know Hellas is the Greek name for Greece, but I like this better. Having it be in English here. So we'll do that. So we're the Kingdom of Greece now. That means we will not lose this duchy title. And we'll probably just go ahead and grant it out, because remember, we're going to get a penalty with all of our vassal opinions. because of having multiple duchy titles. Well, actually, no, we don't have more than 3. So we're good on that sense. But yeah, we're gonna go and grant this out to him anyways, since he's gonna gain the title. So let's go and give him the duchy. That's not the right one. This one here. And this would also allow him to, once he becomes of age, which would be a while for now, but allow him to try and get control of that county for our kingdom. So yeah, let's go and grant that out. So he is now a duke, although it says prince here, of course. So he's our most powerful vassal. Of course, our son, I kind of feel bad for him because he has so little. He hasn't really gotten much, unfortunately. He's doing the authority focus, by the way. All right, so with that duchy title given out, with us now the king and having this wonderful looking hat, look at that. That's a great looking hat, or crown. I like it. So with that being done, and with us finally having all that, having that money spent, we can now do what we want, and we could help in this conflict, but it's pretty much lost. So I'm not really interested in it. Plus, he has a much larger army than we do. So yeah, I'm not really interested in helping out in this conflict at all, guys. I think instead, let me see what we can do here. It looks like we don't have enough knights. So with the next batch of money we get, we should probably get some knights, get some more hired up, because it does seem we do not have enough. Is everybody a knight yet? It looks like this might just need to adjust. But overall, our knights aren't very good, though. Yeah, they're not all that great. So yeah, we can do a war at any time. Yeah, what is this? So this is from our sister. And she says, your genealogy is better than a ham in winter. I really want to have you close, that I may know if your prowess carries off the battlefield. You put Apollo to shame. These lines are but a bleak reflection of my feelings for you. I will do anything to prove my loyal affections. So this is our sister. Was she the one that was like a lover with Thomas? I don't remember. That might have been. Yeah, I think they might have been lovers together. It's our only sister, so yeah, it was clearly them two, Constance and Thomas, that were lovers together. And it seems like she's now trying to romance us. This is crazy. She just really likes her brothers in that way, I suppose. So we could say, you flatter me, lady, and she will attempt to win my heart. Or we say, what? You are my sister. I'm pretty sure that's probably what we would say. I don't think we're, yeah, I don't think we do this, guys. So we'll do that. And war was declared on the emperor. Well, it looks like it's just a rebellion. Nothing to worry about. He should be able to easily defeat that. And so now he's wanting to grant us a vassal, which is actually the Duchess of Athens, because remember, this is all rightfully our territory here. And yeah, we'll go and accept that. I assume she's going to hate us, and we probably don't want to abduct her child anymore. Oh, we're not even doing that, right? That's right, we already attempted that and it failed. So, could try and adopt somebody else, but as you can see now, Greece has grown. The Kingdom of Greece has grown. Remember, we are the most powerful vassal in our liege's land now, just because of the rank. Now, I think it might count it based on counties, and with that, we might not be the most powerful. But I don't know. It sure seems like we're at least, maybe this guy's most powerful. This guy's pretty powerful too. But yeah, we are very, very powerful in the Byzantine Empire. We're the only other king, I believe. I don't think there's any other kings. We could take a look at that real quick and just look at his vassals and the ranks. So this guy is being ranked a bit higher than us. Okay, that's not surprising. But yeah, we are second most powerful vassal, and we are the only other king. So yeah, we are doing pretty well now, guys. See if there's anything we want to do here. Again, I'm trying to earn some money still. Now we have this, so we don't need to conquer her anymore. Don't need to attack her. I'm curious who she's at war with right now. See what's going on here, since she's now our vassal. A vassal who hates us, by the way. Is she good at anything? She's a good steward. We're going to have to take a look at our court now and see if we want to make any adjustments there. So she's currently in this conflict. She's defending against the Countess. And it seems that the Countess is trying to get the duchy. Trying to get control of the duchy title. And that's her sister. I don't expect that she's going to win that. They do both have allies, though. Oh, no, she doesn't have any allies. Seems like the AI is broken, man. they're doing like really, really stupid wars. We've seen that, you know, with our two allies. They seem to both base it entirely off of, you know, their more powerful ally. But you know what? Even with his allies' help in this war, his enemy who he attacked, his brother, is far more powerful. It's a really, really silly war. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, what the AI is doing, but it's weird. So yeah, we could go and do a war. I don't know if our character would do any more wars. He's old. Maybe he still would. But I think there's other matters that need to be taken care of first. Getting more knights, obviously, is one. Another one is we have this duchy title that we could, you know, this duchy building that we can get. And he did finish that rebellion. Wasn't too difficult as we expected. And we are first in line to inherit. Oh, that's our sons. And yeah, just set to inherit all these titles here. If our son was to die, which hopefully he won't, he's, you know, obviously no reason to think he would, he's going to be a content character, so he'll be a fantastic vassal. Excellent. I assume that she'll have this war done soon. That's right, we were going to look at our council, because we probably have some better options here. So obviously our son is one of our powerful nobles, so we do need to keep him on here. I think he is as well, so we're going to keep him. Our sister and spy master here, I think we'll keep her just because she's so good. So really the only open position is the steward, which is just this character here who's married to our niece. He's also got the lover's pox. He's a genius. A lot of things he would be good at, but we saw that the new duchess we have, she would be a better steward, and she really doesn't like us, so increasing opinion with her I think would be a good idea. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll point her, that'll piss him off, but whatever. He'll be fine. He'll get over it. And so that helps a little bit. Luckily she's terrified of us, so that's helpful. Shouldn't operate against us. But we got to get that opinion increased. And not being able to... And what happened here? So that war... so he kept the title, and yeah, that war's over. Not surprising. Doesn't affect us at all. But yeah, I don't know how we're going to, you know, get her opinion up other than giving her gifts, since we're not going to be swaying anybody. Now, we'll probably not be around much longer, so we got what we wanted done. We created our kingdom title. That's what I wanted to do as this character, and we completed that. So our level of devotion is now higher. You know, got the faithful. That'll help with the opinion of our bishop. Get us more money and levies and all that kind of good stuff. And it looks like our daughter's going to get a better education. Excellent. Wife's really helping out in that area. We are sitting on illustrious for the fame level, so that gives us the 2 knights. But we're pretty far from getting the next rank. I don't think we will either. You know, we're 58 years old, still living, still good health. I think it may be mid-60s based on everything. Yeah, I think maybe mid-60s, unless like stress kills us or something like that. Yeah, if I had to guess. We're still increasing development here. I forgot we were doing that. We're at 23. We're trying to get up to 25. Looks like we almost have the control up there. A faction was created against us. I just kind of jumped through that real quick. So this is our marshal. He created a faction against us. Hopefully nobody else joins. I don't think there is anybody else who can join, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Because, I mean, I guess the Duchess could join. But she's terrified of us, so she can't because of that reason. But both of our sons are allied to us. Most importantly, the Duke here, our youngest son, is allied to us, and he's the most powerful vassal in our realm. He's got 1,300 men. That is not a small number for a vassal here. We can now ask our head of faith for gold, so we're going to do that. We really need the money, and we got the piety to spend. I don't know what else we'd use that for. Plus, we're probably going to die here, so let's get that money, guys. And that will not be enough to get the duchy building here, guys. Oh no, it will be. I was thinking they're 400. They're 300. All right, so yeah, we can go to get a duchy building. So I don't typically I pick this this duchy building based on our traits and what our character likes and stuff, but there's really not anything here in our traits that would indicate we'd go with any specific building here. So in this sense, I really feel like we could go for anything. Yeah, I don't really see any of these that are more that we'd be more likely to get than other ones. And so the choice is, do we want to get something that helps our military, or do we want to get something that helps our economy? Both of which are necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of both, I think, and get the blacksmiths here, since this will help our military and make our spearmen better. We'll eventually want to get heavy infantry as well, since this gives us this benefit for them. And it also helped the economy because the men-at-arms maintenance will be reduced. So that'll help some. So as of right now, you know, that's not going to save like a ton of money. -6%. That's not going to save much. But this will end up, yeah, this is really not going to help us that much at all. But when we're at war, this will help a lot more when that maintenance is a lot higher. So let's do the blacksmiths, guys. The other options would be the archery grounds. Also gives that -6% maintenance and improves our archers, which we already have. So we could do that one. That's always an option. We need to get more men-at-arms, frankly. But yeah, I don't really see any other ones that I think would go for. The cab ones, you know, probably not as useful, I feel. So yeah, I think we're just going to do the blacksmiths, guys. Because I would like to get heavy infantry. I can see them being useful. Given that we're in this mountainous region here, and frankly, a lot of the Byzantine territory here is mountainous, the cavalry just not going to do as well in this region. So next, we could get more men-at-arms, because frankly, we don't have much. We're about to get a renown up, where we might be able to go ahead and get a legacy. That'd be nice. That kind of cap off his life, which Michael's been incredibly successful. He's been very, very successful, guys. Now, we're still going to call him Michael the III, I guess, even though technically he's Michael the First, because he's the first to hold that king title. But we're going to still refer to him in the comments and stuff in our discussions as Michael the III, just to keep things clear. While our father will remain as Michael II. We did finish up that task, which means we now have the control all the way up of all of our territory. So our spouse has got this event, Broadening Horizons. While my son and heir, Prince Constance, certainly knows a thing or two about ancient military campaigns, Despotissa, which we'll just call our queen, Simonis, thinks it is time for him to widen his horizons. I could acquire some new tomes, repair a few assignments, tutor him a little. Which subject do you think would benefit him most? The Greek names, I've been surprised with how cruddy I've been at going pronouncing all these Greek names. So remember, his current education is, he's got a martial education. He didn't do very good at that. As far as his stats here, I mean, really, we could increase any of these. Could just go for the martial, try and make him as good. Oh, well, that's not an option. We could do diplomacy, realm, economy, spy network, so basically intrigue or learning. Well, I don't think learning would be as useful, so probably won't go with that one. Could do this one, and it might fit for our character since we, value intrigue. Could do with the stewardship, and if we did that, that would actually be really helpful because that'd get him up to the 10 rating. Or we could do diplomacy. Let's do realm economy. That's something that our character has struggled with, which, by the way, we now, because we're a king, could have another holding. I mean, I think we're going to do that. Realm economy. I think that makes sense. Now, I'd really like to get another county, especially if we can get one in our lifetime. So yeah, maybe we would attack him. Our armies are comparable. We probably have... Oh, well, he's got some pretty strong allies here. Oh yeah, very strong allies. Alright, this would be a tough fight. Now, I know that we have more allies. Remember, we can't pull the Emperor in. If we pull him in, he actually has some troops as well. And he'd probably help, even though we didn't help in his war. Of course, we have our son. And man, I'm loving, how, strong he looks, man. The broad shoulders and the broad chest, man. Yeah, I'm liking that. How your characters look is kind of based off of their prowess. That has a big impact on the way they look. But yeah, you can see, how much I don't know, just how much more stronger he looks than we do, given we are a 59-year-old man. So he has 646, so we could always pull him in. We also have the Duke here of Crimea, which has 3,200. This would be a massive conflict if we attack this guy. Remember, I think we do have one claim on him, though, so we could do it. 3,100 here. 897 there. Yeah, this would be a very large conflict of comparable numbers, I think. I think it'd be pretty comparable. So, could declare war on him for that county right there. I think that's the one we have. In fact, we could try and get this duchy here, though that would, I think, go to our son, so it doesn't help us get more territory here. So we might want to do the county instead. Though I'm not entirely sure which county that is. Let's just take a look here. I thought it was up along... Oh, it's for that one. It's that same one. I thought we had a claim there. Maybe that was our father. Okay, that's the one I wanted to get. I wanted to advance this way. Again, if we do this one, then this just results in the Duke getting that, our son. As far as the overall, yeah, the military strength is considered inferior to ours. And I think that's because of our allies being a lot stronger. Yeah, overall, we're going to get like over 8,000 men from our allies, while he's only going to get himself about, I want to say about almost 7,000, I suppose. Yeah, almost 7,000 from his allies. Of course, he has a slightly smaller army than us, so I really feel like it's actually quite comparable. So, yeah, I don't really want to fight over that, so I don't feel that that's an option. Let's see what other options there would be. So we have the Countess here. We don't have a claim on her territory, though, so, but we can declare war for somebody else's claim. That's over there. That's our wife, in fact. I assume that would then go to our son, and it looks like we can do it for the entire duchy. So that would cost 675 prestige, which we have. This is a fantastic, yeah, I like this. Now, we would lose our wife, so she would no longer be able to, we wouldn't like lose her, but you know, she wouldn't be able to be in our council anymore, so we'd lose this here, but I feel like it's worth it. I think we're going to do that, guys. Yeah, I didn't realize that she had so much territory here. Let's just take a look and see how many troops she has, because I didn't bother looking at that. So yeah, if we were to do it over the duchy here, she has 5,200. That counts her allies. Yeah, she has some allies here that have some troops. But yeah, we'd be able to win this. Let's go ahead and do it, guys. Let's get some territory for our wife. And I don't think she has any other kids besides ours yet, because she never had another spouse. So that would result in, I don't really know who would inherit all this. I assume the duchy would go to our son. That's what I'm assuming would happen here. Our eldest son. But I could be wrong. But yeah, let's do that, guys. Let's go and declare war on her. I think we're ready to go. We could always wait until we get a little bit more money, I suppose. Because I don't know how long that's going to last. We'll just take a look here. I mean, it says, yeah, we're not going to last a long time. Maybe let this go like another month or two, get into the hundreds. Maybe one more month, guys. And we can now get a legacy. All right, so this is a good reason to wait as well. We get whatever bonus is available here. Now, I'm not entirely sure which route we're going to go. As I did in the last series, I based it off of the character. I know that the legacies are more long-term, but I still kind of base it on the character, which means that we might end up going down multiple ones of these. It's not always the most efficient way of doing it. But for this roleplay series, what I want to do is, it's like, the way I look at this is it's our character determining what he wants his dynasty to be. And so we'll base it off of the traits and also our education trait as well in these cases. Remember, he's shy, trusting, callous. He's got the intrigue. So let's figure out which way we want to go. I kind of feel like it's a toss-up here between these two here. So we could go with Guile. I get the plus 20% dread gain. That makes sense because, you know, obviously their character has, he's callous, and he is also, you know, obviously focused on intrigue in his life. But blood would make sense as well, because if you guys recall, with all of our family members, which we've had a large family, so you could also go with this one here because we had a large family. I mean, you could go with this one because, you know, we've had a large family, lots of characters to arrange marriages for, lots of children that we had to get marriages for, and because nobody would really marry us for alliances, few people would. We had a few alliances. But for the most part, what we primarily focused on for our marriages were traits. And so you could say that our character clearly cares about traits because that's what we've done our whole life. So we could go with this one as well. I think either one of these would work, and both of them are good. Both of them are good routes. But you know what? I kind of feel like this one makes more sense because this is what our character is focused on. When it comes to Guile, yes, we have an intrigue focus, or intrigue education. But it's a really low education. We kind of suck at it. And frankly, we haven't done very well when it comes to intrigue. We haven't really had much success with anything when it comes to our schemes. They've all mostly failed, I think. I think all of them failed. So it might make more sense to go with this since this is what we've been successful at in our lifetime. So I think we're going to go with this one, guys. I think it makes sense. So we'll do that. And, you know, that'll help our characters down the line. Just make our dynasty better overall. All right, fantastic. So we're going to let this go one more month. And then we're going to declare war on the Duchess here. Or she's a countess. Okay, so we're declaring war on the Duchess. That's right, the Duchess here. And we get motivated workers. Building construction time is reduced. Yeah, let's go ahead and declare war now on the Duchess. And hopefully we'll live to see the end of this. Whoa, we don't want to arrange a marriage. So yeah, hopefully we'll live to see the end of this. But we'll just have to see. what ends up happening. So yeah, she has 5,200. Obviously, with all of our allies, she is vastly inferior. This is going to cost us 675 prestige, so half of our prestige. War has been declared, guys. All right, so we're going to call in our allies, of course. Might have trouble winning without it. And he would not be willing to accept because he doesn't really like us. All right, that's surprising. And hopefully that's not the case with the rest of our allies. Obviously, our sons will accept. And, of course, Crimea is going to accept as well. And the Duchess seems to be willing to accept just barely. Get her in. And then, of course, we have this character as well. You know what? We might not be able to pull our sons in because of the fact that they're vassals. I didn't think about that. But yeah, it looks like he would be willing to join as well. And he's got 897 men. So a little bit something. All right, so yeah, just this one character wasn't willing to accept. Which I mean, I guess it's fine. It makes sense because we accepted his call to war, but then we didn't help him. We just kind of left him to be defeated over there. And he was clearly relying on us. All right, so let's go ahead and round up our troops now. A couple days here, and everybody's going to join this conflict, of course. All right, so we've got our army. Let's go on the march. So we'll march on over here. They might take to the sea and then come over here, which requires to come back, in which case we would split our army. All right, so everybody has joined into this conflict. Just taking a look at, this is not the right conflict, that's the one the Emperor is doing, I think. So here's the total troop counts. We're sitting at 11,000. They have 2,300, though she hasn't brought all of her allies in just yet, so that number will grow. There's another one, and there's another one. I think that's it. Oh, and I keep clicking on the wrong war down here. So yeah, now it's 5,200 against almost 12,000. So shouldn't be too challenging of a conflict, guys. You can see that these guys are coming over here. We're going to attempt to engage them. They might try and go around us. But I don't want them, just going over to our territory and us going over to theirs. I don't think that's the best way to do this. All right, so there's the 3,000. Let's see if we can't get them to engage us in the hills across the river here. That'd be fantastic. Yeah, they want us to attack them there, so they'll get the river crossing. It is in the plains. Let me see if there's any way we can avoid the river crossing. We could go this way. Could also go behind them, but then we might end up having to chase them down. So let's go here for right now, and then see what they do. They're going to take off. They're probably going to try and get us in the hills. It looks like we would arrive there first. I'm a little bit surprised by that. We get there in 11 days. And they get there in 4 days. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait a minute. This is our allied. That's why. Allied territory. So they are locked there, so they cannot get out of it. So we will be not only defending the buildings, defending the mountains, we'll also be getting defensive building bonuses. There's defender advantages here. Yeah, +8 defender advantage. This is going to be significant, guys. Significant victory. Very big battle, obviously. Numbers are similar. We only have 1,300 more than them, but this 30 advantage plus our allies coming, this is massive, obviously. I don't like our men-at-arms numbers, guys. We've got to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers, man. So we did get the victory here, and we were able to capture an enemy. That gave us a 6% from battles. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. We actually lost more troops than them, which is surprising considering, yeah, again, that might just be men-at-arms. Yeah, but considering the advantage bonus, I would expect that would have been the case. So, out of our knights that did well, seems that, again, our marshal proves to be our best knight. I'm interested to see how our son did. He did total kills 10. I want to get him that trait, the Blade Master's traits. So I would like to see him get that eventually. Take a look at the event, see how everybody did. So our marshal was able, and we never did get more knights, by the way. But yeah, our marshal was able to kill one of their knights. Just seeing what all happened here. Just note, like, if our son did really well or whatever. But again, that marshal continues to kind of be the star of our army. These guys would be very easy to defeat at this point. What we might want to go and do is split this army up now. We did lose a lot of dudes here. But we might want to go and split them off so we can start sieging down capitals and stuff. But there's still a lot of dudes marching around. Maybe we should just wait to do that. See if we can't get them engaged here. They would be defending a river crossing. They are recently disembarked. I don't know if they'll still have that by the time we attack here. Let's just go this way. Remember, the best way to do this might be through the battles. We have that 3,000 there now. So yeah, I think we're going to do this even though we're going to be crossing the river. I think it's still worth it. Well, maybe not, because they're no longer... Alright, that's a shame, but it looks like our allies are coming to help. But the advantage benefit is now in their favor. So they're probably going to take kind of higher casualties here, unfortunately. Because they lost that huge penalty they would have had. This is not increasing war score by much. We did kill more than we lost this time, so that's good. Alright, so let's go and dismiss that. And let's go into their territory now. We're going to go after this capital here. We'll split the army up and have one go after the capital. We might end up engaging them there, actually. Yeah, we might want to go and attack them. Look like our allies going after the capital. We don't both need to do that. Still, you know, obviously this enemy army has to get dealt with. They're kind of bouncing around. We can't really let them continue this. 4,000 men, so we kind of have to keep all of our army together because we would need at least 500 pulled off here, which would only leave us, you know, a little over 3,000. And without our allies' assistance, because they're so much focused on taking the capital here, which would take them 4 months to get done. Alright. Might just want to go ahead and engage these guys, but we're going to want to engage them on grounds that are beneficial to us, because we might not get assistance from our allies. So there's really nothing here. We can go here, see what they do. Yeah, let's just wait and watch and see where they go and what they do. Because they're kind of bouncing all over the place. Yeah, they're kind of just everywhere right now. Did you get an entry perk? Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we might be able to get here. Yeah, this one's nice. The hostile scheme success chance will be increased. Alright, so the next one is max hostile schemes +1, so we can have 2 hostile schemes at a time. Really, there's really none that we've been doing lately. Trying to think of different things we could do. We could try and kidnap somebody, I suppose. Try and do that again. We could try and kidnap the heirs of our enemy. That would be good. Yeah, let's do that. If we kidnap her primary heir, then that would help us win this war. So let's try and do that, guys. Let's try and abduct him. Very, very low chance of success because we're at war. I didn't know that reduced it that much. I knew it reduced it, but I was thinking it was -50. I don't know if they changed that or if it was always that. Remember, I have been playing before they released the game, so they've made a lot of changes since then. But yeah, I thought it was like -50. I thought it was like still possible. But yeah, you can clearly see it's not. Alright, so yeah, that's surprising to me. Because you used to be able to do that. Again, it was very low chance, so you had to like, you know, do other things to try and get it up, have a lot of agents. But yeah, it used to be a tactic you can use. Now it's not so much. Maybe they rebalanced it since the last time I did this. So that's not going to be an option, guys. That's a real shame. That's just too low. Trying to abduct him. 5% chance. Yeah, that's just way too low. I don't know if there are going to be any better chances with anybody else, with any of their other heirs. These would be a 25% bonus. It is slightly better here. Is she in? She's not in her land. Okay, so that wouldn't affect us. Wouldn't help us at all. Alright, well, she does have 2 sons. I looked at the primary heir, but there's this other son here. What's he, a bastard or something? Yeah, he's a bastard. A giant bastard, too. But yeah, that wouldn't help us at all. Because I don't think he's set to inherit anything. So yeah, that's not helpful. But he is a very good knight, and I assume he's fighting for her. So there is that. At least we don't have to fight. I would do this, guys. Again, I'm just kind of assuming that he's one of her knights. So yeah, we'll try and abduct him. And we'll see how things go. We already got an agent part of it. And now it's at 66%. Well, we can't invite anybody. We'll just leave it like that and see what happens, guys. 76% chance. It's not terrible. Looking for somewhere to fight these guys. But we'll have to figure it out next episode. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to come attack us here, but maybe we can get them to attack right here. That'd be really nice. And the hill bonus with the river. We'll just have to see, guys. They do outnumber us by a lot. So if we were to try and win this, we have to have some type of advantage bonus. But that's actually going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And thanks for watching.